Hello. Um, Gratitude. Saying thank you to whatever it is that we're in, the air, the atmosphere, and everything else. It's really good. Try it. You don't have to. Is anyone listening when you say it? That doesn't matter. You're listening. There's definitely someone listening. But yeah, just say thank you. Like I just walked past some watermelon and just thank you. Like doesn't have to be to anyone. Just gratitude, innit? Gratitude is good. What's the other thing I was gonna say? Cupazzeri. It's here. It's right here. There it is. Manny made me do it. Hello. How are ya? What was the other thing I was gonna say? No, it's gone. The first thing was it was worth it, just to forget the other thing, whatever that was. It was good though. What I was gonna say, I'll remember in about 10 minutes. How's me time going, Wallace? No way, me time. You said the me time title, didn't you? Good question, because I haven't really. I worked on. What did I work on now? Done. Well, there's something done. There's There's this track that I've. When did the last 8 days it was, and I updated it with a new snare, a new rim shot, a different rim shot, and it doesn't really make that much difference. But I just wanted to try to see if it sat. It was a rim shot. Don't know if it was one of mine or whether. No, it wasn't one of mine. But I also removed some of the snares because the bass is very percussive in it. Like it's like the thing about the track is about the percussive bass. It's the thing that's the thing. It's the arc. As they call it. I'm not used to using that word, but that is just meaning it's the thing. It's the main feature, and so everything else is secondary to it or supportive of it, or trying to be, whether it is or not. Spotify Premium APK. I didn't know you could just simply load an APK onto your phone and it give you premium. Or are you talking about something else? I thought an APK was a random bro. You want the Android installer for Spotify Premium? Question mark. See, that's how we acquire knowledge, by asking good question. Dawson's plugin called Hate. That's what we need in the world. More hate. But yeah, no, let's look at it because I'm sure it's probably good. Dawson. Hate. Oh, I know Dawson. I know Dawson. Dawson's done Zyklop, which I've featured a few times on this now. Dawson Hate. Dawson. No, I want to look for Dawson Hate. Wavetable based distortion. Is this true? Traction products. Hate. Oh, it's the same interface language. Interface. Why can't I think of this? Is what I go through life doing, is describing things with unconventional words, not because I choose to. It's just the first words that come to my mind. I don't know. It's the user interface, and it's the same design. Design is the word. Football. Um, I like kicking a ball sometimes, but I'm not massively into football. Um, I live in Wrexham, so it's like, you know, when you say that, people go, "Oh, Wrexham," yeah. And they'll start a conversation. I'll be like, "Oh yeah, I would support them, but I would even go to a match, but you can't get tickets unless you like, I don't know, more persuasive with the people that I know. I moved to Wales 3 years ago. I've not been here long enough yet. I'm not passionate enough about football. I think if I begged at my friend's knees, he'd probably sort me one out soon enough. But I'm not that passionate. Are you into football? They've done something, and it's random. Bro, you're not buzzing to be starting again. To gain movement back in my finger. Yay! You still managed to make that tune even though your finger wasn't working. That's good, that tune. I like how it surprised me because it. I used to make like I used to spend a lot of time making loops with like really weird chord. I had no idea music theory was even lower. Like I didn't know what I was doing, but I just liked the sound of like making like I call them mysterious. Like they feel like mysterious chords. I've no idea why, and that's I kind of got that vibe from there. And I would kind of want to do that again. I think I did maybe on the ambient album. Just try to go back into that feel because I love it. Okay, did I miss anything? Maybe I did. You'll have to remind me if I did. I'm getting down. UI. The UI, yeah, the UI. Thanks, Sonic Sound. Yeah, what's so it's a wavetable. A wavetable distortion, is it? That's how? I have no idea how that would affect the waveform. And oh, these are the wavetables. They're in colour as well. That's stunning. Um, Ryan Reynolds, yeah, that's what people say. Ryan Reynolds. I'm like, I've actually personally not seen Ryan Reynolds in a film, but what I was interested in was the other guy who was in It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, which I can recommend. I don't really watch miniseries, but that is it's quite goes back quite a lot. They're still making them, but it's just that kind of I don't even know what to call it humor. They're just a bunch of wrong'uns. Yeah, you know, It's Always Sunny. So I always see him and go, I know him. Um, Listen to demos. Is there, if there was any way you drag your own wavetables into it? Ah, yeah. Oh, that reminds me. I've been doing stuff with Phase Plant. I made my own wavetable in Phase Plant with its own wavetable, with its own like built-in wavetable maker thing. But I had a very clear idea of what I needed to do there. You support Spurs. How goes it, Moses? I barely parted my hair, never mind any C. How goes it, Parasite? Sold out and used the piano roll. How is that selling out? That's do you mean you'd use the piano roll with like the chord thing turned on or something? Because even that's not selling out. Would Beethoven have used it? You know, if he was just starting out, I think he would. I think if he didn't know music theory, Listen to demo. Oh, yo, G, how's it going? Yeah, going good. Right, let's listen to a demo of this. Video tutorials or intro? Here we go. Yeah. What up, George? That is Dawson. Preset demo. I've just bought. You know what though? I've just had a banging idea. Rolly Airwave. Did I see? AU5 use that in a video where he's like, AU5 has just gone like, he's gone on a different level. He's not just doing synths. He's not just doing production tutorials anymore or synth tutorials. He's doing something else. He's gone like somewhere above it. And he's in one video. I've not listened to it. I've not had the chance, but he's holding the keyboard like that. This weird, skinny white keyboard, and he's just playing it like that. I should have listened to it because he's great. His tutorials, I've learned a lot. Like his super saws. He has ascended, yeah. He is sound design now, yeah. It's an effect, this, recommended by Sonic Sound. I think it was Sonic Sound, wasn't it? Yeah, Sonic Sound is the plugin guy. He knows so many plugins. He's always suggesting things like new plugins, new ideas. I've not even played with a normal Rolly yet. They're a bit expensive. I should probably get one though. If I was to get like, I would want 4 octaves though, minimum. It's a lot. It's cost a lot, hasn't it? It's got OTT, EQ, Crusher. Lead or darker side to record duology. Yeah, I would like to have a go, see if it actually helps me like get ideas down, because I think what I would get out of it is, I'm going to pause that. What I'd get out of a Rolly is what I miss from having an analog synthesizer. That one time I had an SH09, because late 70s, early 80s, analog, one oscillator. Oh no, wait, did I have one, two? No, 2 oscillators. Sounds great, but it's like got, because it's analog, it's like infinite in betweens with the pitch bend. Like the pitch bend, it's like silk. It sounds like just, I just can't get that sound digitally. I never can. I can get close to it, but it's like, it's so rich. It's like it can be an inspiration on its own, just because of the sound it makes. It just, you can emulate it with digitally. You can even get like digital emulations like the Roland Cloud synths, and they sound really good, but your digital pitch bend is still limited to 480 and 4000 either way. But I don't even think that this pitch bend in this keyboard, it does, I think it's still 127 each way. Anyway, the Rolly, because you can bend each note individually on the Rolly, can't you? And also do other expression things with it. And I can't, it feels like a Rolly to me would be best used by someone who can already play the keyboard pretty well, and they're just looking for a way to add expression. However, even though I don't play the keyboard pretty well, I reckon it'd be just some melody lines I could just put in and just put a little on the end of something. I don't know, it could be useful. Expand, yeah, that's the one I was thinking of. It's like if I wanted 4 octaves, I would have to get 4, would I? Do they come in at octave and they just kind of like click together? It seems like really cool, but I'm not in the market for it at the moment. Alright, Pex, good to see you. Are you feeling better? You all got me remembering the terrible Yamaha keyboards with the DJ button. So I've got a Roland A49 just MIDI input, and it's like the newer one of the really old 49 key one that I used to have. The only thing different on it is it's got a D. It's got what's it called? Like a sensor that measures how far your hand is away from the sensor, so you can sort of like program it, but you can't. It's shit. It's really shit. And I'm like, why have Roland put D-Beam, I think it is. I think it's for DJs. I think it's to like slow down a record like a vinyl. And for some reason they put it in this MIDI keyboard, and you'd at least want it, you know, if you make it go down, you'd want it to go back up again, wouldn't you? When you raise your hand, it's like infrared. But it fucking doesn't. It's shit. It's so shit. I wish I'd bought something just... The reason why I bought another Roland is because I just love the feel of the keys. It's just, I just wanted the same keyboard that just felt nice and like no resistance. Well, there's obviously a spring under there, but I've used other keyboards, like semi-weighted keyboards. I bought one and sent it back because I just didn't like how it felt. It's like fake resistance instead of like a hammer. And then if you want to buy a proper hammer, like a real piano that's got a hammer inside, but it's still a MIDI keyboard. They're like 300 quid for the cheapest. I didn't have that. Korg. Alright. Korg, a synth called Multipoly, is it? Because Korg... But it's a VST. Analog modeling synthesizer. Sick as a dog. Grim. Need lots of rest. Roland SP44. Oh, I almost remembered what I was going to say. Wait, how long ago? We were 20 minutes in. I still not remembered it. But you reminded me of it, Pax. What was it? Something about... No, it's gone again. I'm going to buy Roland SP44 Mark II. Gotta see that. SP44 Mark II. Oh. Pocket calculator? Is that a pocket calculator? That looks really cool. But is that dead small? Does it fit in the palm of your hand? Whoa. Oh, that's mad. I'm good. I'm just making the most of this golden time, me time, before midnight. You registered Dubaholics on there? No way. Oh, that takes me back to registering registering fucking domain names, and then not using them, and then just letting them expire. They're fucking expensive now, aren't they? Like it's more than £10 now for a .com. They used to be. You used to be able to get them for £1 or free. Sometimes you can get them for free if you got host. You buy host and you get one free, but not anymore. I think you probably still get them for free somewhere, but mathematical needs. Have you ever had a go with Amigo sample? No, I haven't, Jacob. Your eyes. Well, you get like a studio tan, and if you couldn't, if you could get a studio tan, maybe you should be wearing like sunscreen and eye goggles. Shoutcast. Some keen eye. All right. Do you need a? All right. Shoutcast. Is that? Wait. Is Shoutcast still a thing? I thought that was like a Winamp thing. Are your eyes okay, Manifest? If it's an emergency, you should probably ring like 111, and I tell them because I don't think any of us really know that much. I mean, we might do. We might have some like ideas like salt water and eye bath and do that kind of thing. Nate. Yes, Derek. Just popping past. You good? You writing anything tonight? Yeah. Sorry, I got distracted by new synths. I did see this the other day. Actually, is this look? I like the interface. Like I've not heard any of it, but layer A, layer B. It's got a chaos pad. Arpeggiator. I wonder how it looks like it only has 2 oscillators. Oh no, wait, no shit, it's got 2 layers with 4 oscs on each, so that could be interesting. I wonder what the modulation is like. Maybe it's on this next page. Oh, okay, that looks quite comprehensive. Edit. There's the oscs on the bottom. Can you draw in your own LFOs, like on Serum? It's got to be. It's a requirement. It's a requirement for me. I mean, it might just sound good on its own. It might sound so good that it doesn't need that, but like the patches, you might out of the box make hits. That would be good. Gander, the bright screen back there, right? Chaos pads. Right, where was he? Oh yeah, new projects because. Shall I just? Oh, I don't know what to load up. Should we continue where I was working? So let's load up HI. Load up this one and then delete. Shoutcast, still good for online radio. Oh, nice. To just continuous loop. So you just chuck a shitload of MP3s and mixes in it and just let it loop. I used to listen to I still do sometimes Rare. I got a lot of weird music influence from the most underground, long-running radio station, Soma FM. There's a station called Click Hop. Soma FM actually has like loads of stations now, but back in the day they only had like 7. And one of them was this like glitchy kind of stuff. And discovered quite a few boards kind of doing Autica tracks and some Aphex Twins ones that I'd never heard, and they're still going, and I wonder how long their playlist is now after like 20 years later. It's probably enormous. I wonder if there's a limit to how big you can have a playlist. I don't know what they're using for broadcast, but I think they might have been using Shoutcast. Can you and will you do a thing? I don't know if I can. Maybe I can't even do it. Maybe I want to, but I can't. I don't know. Possibly manifest. Possibly. If I'm sure you'll get it. Maybe just like rest. You know, if you're feeling ill. Hard to do though, innit? When you get an idea, you kind of just want to burn out completely. I just recently burned out because there was a lot going on. I can't even remember what it was. I don't even want to think about it, actually. Wish I could keep watching, but I've got a few mates round. All right, hi, few mates. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I didn't load it up quick enough, did I? It was just a sketch, rough idea. So I'm going to keep the beat again and then do something, just add a new bass to it now. Weirdly, it's like, basically I've just made a template just by deleting the previous basses and keeping the drums, because the drums aren't bad. And there's a cowbell in there. I didn't put that there, it was in the sample. It was in the drum sample. Get rid of the drum sample, it sounds like this. Bring my kick back in, it sounds like this. It's not many kicks. Whoa, that's not many kicks at all though, is it? And then my own hi-hats, which never sound that good. I think that's why I've used the drum sample. A cheeky roller, yeah. Yep. What to do next with it? I feel like I've not finished the solitary kick drum. I feel like I've not made the most out of these drums yet. I keep throwing in new basses to see what they'll sound like. Oh yeah, so that was one of the things that I was going to definitely talk about tonight. Last time I was here, I was talking about phase plant, and everyone was like, they have phase plant as well. So who was it who did this technique? It was Virtual Riot. So I found a bit in the video. I posted it to the Discord because I remembered seeing in one of Virtual Riot's videos about injecting noise into a sine wave. So instead of, and it all came from this topic about distorting basses versus a bass that has like something that sounds like distortion but uses less it uses less headroom, so you can kind of have it louder, and you can mix your other elements into it a bit easier than just whacking a sine wave with noise. Just distorting that will give you this sort of like a sort of a, the distortion will flatten some of the noise and it'll have this kind of effect of, it's hard to describe it. I was almost there. I almost described it. But I've heard of this technique ages ago where you can have where the sine wave goes up, and then it goes through zero and then goes down and does the negative part of the sine wave. If you put your noise in the middle there, around the zero part of the sine wave, then you get this clearer kind of sound from it that you can control more. So I know Virtual Riot showed how to do this in phase plant. It can't be done in Serum. Serum can do a hell of a lot. Nice. Yeah, you were there, Pex. You ever done lessons, tutorials? No. Oh wait, yeah, I have done one or two. One was on how to use this zoom to mouse thing in OBS, but nothing on Ableton. It's because there's so much other stuff out, so many other stuff that already exists out there from producers, from people who know Ableton really well, that I'm just like, well, I'd have to do it at least as good as that, which I probably can do, and I also know that people like different people saying the same thing, like that, like there's someone for everyone. If there's a learner, there's someone who wants to learn, and then there's like 100 people saying the same thing, and they'll like one of them over another, and that's who they'll stay with. So there's some people like me, some people like other. So I should do it, What do you think? What would you like if I was to put a tutorial on? What would you like? What would it be of? And would it be best to put it on TikTok or YouTube or both? Like, do it vertical, do it horizontal, have it over 1 minute long, keep it under a minute. Depends what it is. Some things you can't fit it in a minute. To put through a filter. So Perez, I did do 1 year a long time ago music technology. Didn't do the 2 years after because my head wasn't in the right place, but I should have done. I would have had more connections sooner, and possibly gone a little bit further earlier on in my sort of passion career. How did you get your stream code for OBS Streamlabs? Oh, it's not stream code. It's OBS outputs via a webcam, and then TikTok Studio looks at it as if it's a webcam. Do you like tutorials? I can never find out what I'm actually looking for, and I'm sure many other people. Everything. Everything. I don't know where. That's the thing, is where to fucking start. And any fucking content guru will say just start. Doesn't matter where you start. I was just like, well, like there's so much. Like I could just do each plugin in Ableton, and I'd still be doing it a year later. Even if I did one a week. There's fucking loads of plugins in Ableton. Yeah, I think I want to get the workflow of editing, because you want to make a really good video, you gotta have it like all the bullshit, like all the breaths, all the pauses cut out. I mean, it's up to the user to pause it, isn't it? If they want it to go slower, that's the kind of format it is. It's not like a tutorial DVD where you'd want some breaths so you could just think for a minute. Maybe they come natural, I don't know. But yeah, you can't get a stream code. Oh, I've heard that you can, but you have to like do some hoops. I've no idea how to use Serum, not gonna lie. Nice. Okay, well, there's some ideas. If I get some free time, I'll do a tutorial, see how that goes. Would you ever learn solfege notation? Is that what's that? Solfege. That sounds really. I bet. Oh my gosh. Meaning? Solfeggio. An exercise in singing. Okay. Do re mi. Alright, no. Oh shit, no. Would you ever learn? I don't think I would, to be fair. I can barely do the do, dear, female, dear. could barely remember that. Ray, a drop, ray, a ray of golden sun. It'd be nice to sing, wouldn't it? Used to have a cracked Premiere Pro. Is that? It's a good program, that. I use DaVinci Resolve now. It's free. It's free. The only thing it's not free on it is the color grading. But even that, you can still use all the color grading stuff. It just, I don't think you can like import like pro color grading stuff, but it's mint. And obviously CapCut. Okay, so Perez, do you know solfège notation? That would be nuts to use that, to decode it. Honk. Oh, honk. I think it was an accident, but oh, shit. I haven't got paper to write this down. I should be taking notes on live stream. There's so much information comes through here sometimes. I need to, maybe on my Discord I should put a request thing. Yeah, should we do that now? Like I want to show you this preset here on here. Whoops, that's loud, isn't it? Sorry. Wait. How fat does that sound though? There's a reason for this, that it sounds that fat. And I can explain it. Right, where's Discord? Quickly. Right, make a channel, quick. Make a channel. Text. What did you want it? What is it? Tutorials. Should I call it tutor? Yeah. I think. Is that what you called it? Not how to. It's the same thing. Right. Create channel. And then, so, honk tutorial. Any others, just go on there. Go on my Discord and put it in the tutorials channel. Because, wait, someone's already on there. Sup, fellas? Oh, it's I don't know if the blast of R knows that we're actually on live right now. I don't know who they are. Sext. I thought you already had a different name on there. Sexter. Peace. Right. Because you came on like totally today like a newbie. Like you this is the first time. Like you said you were lurking, but you're not a lurker, like, so confused. But yeah. Yeah, so go in tutorials if you want any tutorials, and I'll try and do them because that'll be something fun for me to do. Finally found what made latency. Ah, what was it? LH? LH came on a few days ago and said, when he was exporting a project, one of the tracks was delayed, and I said, have you tried? Are there any other plugins on the channel? And have you tried? Because it was a Serum instrument, wasn't it? And I said, if there's any other effects after Serum, just disable those and see if it still does it. And to rule out that it's definitely Serum and not something else. And LH, I've been waiting him to get back to me. I forgot, but I've been waiting. Ableton Beta 12 sounds great. Yeah. Yeah, I really like the bounce to new track. That will save a lot of time. The way I do that, I found a quicker way of doing it using a third-party plugin. But other stores have had this feature for a long time, where you just highlight a bit of MIDI like that and just press bounce to a new track, and it just bounce whatever's there, MIDI or audio, with the effects. It's a time saver. Yo, James is back again. Defo on Serum. Got that, but not got a clue. What kind of music you make? Right, so D&B and dubstep, but right, let's go into this now. So, in the pursuit of wanting to make the best basses ever, hit basses, or basses like this, which was this. This is just a temporary reference that I wanted to. There was a bass on it that I wanted to cut. Well, maybe one of them or all of them. Reason 12. You have an option to making the plugin perform better. Ah, okay, no way. That's so weird. That's so weird. Deficit. Ableton and Windows, but it's delayed. Alright. Ah, that's even more weird. Logic and Reason. Great names for sequences. PDC can fix things with latency, can't you? PDC? I don't know what PDC is. Hello, Pepe. Really God for live playback. Yeah, it is. It is. I have used it like that. Not for live though either, but just you make all your parts and then you perform it into a song, and then edit it later. It's kind of fun to work like that. It's a different way of working because it means you focusing on how good the parts sound on their own, and then you're doing this like you're just doing this live performance, and that's the track that can be like the track or the basis for the track then, rather than doing, sequencing it with a lot of thought and maybe there's that potential to overthink, isn't there? So if you live perform it in and that's your track, then yeah, you get different results. I think I did make a few tracks like that. I'd say it was a plugin delay compensation, yeah. But he did it anyway. LH, you solved it. Did it sound, when you disabled better, did it sound better? Anyway, magic stuff. I managed to make the wavetable that Februrary used to inject noise into mix with a sine wave. So first, right, before playing this squelchy thing, right, I'll just play what I was trying to achieve with a sine wave. So let's start from the beginning. Let's new noise, random, turn the volume down probably. So, and then we get an analog sine wave. So you've got so together, not much. This is how I used to, what's distortion? This is how I used to kind of make a noise, like modulate with a sine wave. So, see, hear that? Now when they're distorted together, there's the noise is now not constant. It's kind of like spluttering in between, and it's in between the peaks where you hear it the most. But there's a cleaner way. That's not possible on Serum. This is how you do it. You go to wavetable, but it's underneath the output. See where that arrow is? It's underneath. You add a wavetable, so this can't be heard, this wavetable. And then you go from the output of there to the input of the noise level, and then turn the modulation to the 100%, turn the level down to something low, like that. And now, if I can show you what it does by putting a Uggs. Is it an Uggs? No. A mix. There we go. Oh, I can't move that. To underneath, so you can, yeah, see. You can just about see. Let's turn. You can just about see where the peaks of the. It's turning the volume up of the noise there, where the sine wave is high, and then it goes low and turns it down. So that's kind of what we want, and you can change the phase shift. So can you see that on the screen? You can't really see it because it's missing. You just about see it's moving. You can't really see it very well because of my zoom. Anyway, see how that's moved. So anyway, this controlling sine wave here, that's controlling when the volume of when this noise pops in to the mix. It's not a good wavetable for it, so I had to make my own, which is an exact copy almost of Virtual Riot's one that he was that was on his Patreon. And this is like special wavetable that starts from 0 and goes positive, but it doesn't go negative. And that is because when it goes negative, like that previous sine wave did, it doesn't work. For some reason it brings this noise back in. Anyway, we won't go into that. That's not important. This works. So can you see how that changes the width of? We can put that to 0 now, and we can put this all the way up. Wait, that's not doing what I'm expecting it to do. Does it have to be some? Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, it has to be 100%. So now it's only injecting this noise. See where the peaks are? It's injecting noise there. So if we change the phase so it's not at these peaks of the sine wave, but you know, they're the peaks, the top of the sine wave and the bottom of the sine wave. If we put it here, then we are maximizing. We're getting like almost a pure sine wave with a bit of noise mixed in, which sounds like this. It sounds very spluttery. So now we've got it lined up where we want it. We can also change the width of how much. It's like a sync, like a it's a sync window. It's Virtual Riot called it. It's a window of signal that gets synced to the oscillator, so it's occurring on every cycle of the oscillator. So let's listen to thin versus. Oh wait a minute. Oh yeah, okay. I still need to make a version 3 because it's still quite basic. So let's say we've got this little bit here. Evening. Yeah, I figured out you were here, Miles. Yeah, I made the wavetable. I copied it from watching a Virtual Riot YouTube video. I can make this available to you all if you want for free, but like I just need to do a version 3 of it because the wavetable stops there and then goes flat, and it's not meant to do that. I wanted to have a bit more. Basically have this pattern stretched over the entire 256 frames of the wavetable. But yeah, so it's really mad. You can make some mad sounds with that. They're like really clear. So so you've got noise, and then you can You can also double. So if I either do it an octave higher, this wavetable, or a harmonic, double the harmonic, it now inserts two, double the amount of moments of noise. Obviously now they're at the peaks. So if we shift it back so they're like halfway, it sounds like that, which is kind of like double the frequency now of the sound wave, but it's still quite a clean sound. And then I'll go back to how it was. Let's undo. See where this noise is, right? Look what you can do. Disable the noise and add another analog and have it controlled. Let's make it square wave. Let's make it a 3 octave higher square wave, and control the level with our sync window and see how that's changed it's now injecting a bit of a square wave into the sine wave. Now if I put it a bit higher, and what else was I going to do? Change the pulse, change the sync. So it's like really clean. Let's widen the sync window with this wavetable. I don't know if you can hear, there's a sine wave underneath this. Maybe I should turn it into a triangle. Virtual uses triangle. Maybe it's because it's easier to hear on like mobile phones and stuff. I don't know if maybe he uses triangle wave on like all his tunes as well, because it's got that extra harmonic in it. It's got a few extra harmonics compared to a sine wave. Yeah, so that's when I think started getting really interesting, because I started to put, what if that sounds quite, there's no changes here, there's no motion, even though it does sound awesome. It sounds like I would start with this bass if I was starting with a bass now. Manifest, thank you very much, you too. Hi, Random. Aggressive Funk. Sixter, have a good one. Coolest thing I've seen in sound design. Yeah, it is cool. Definitely. I don't know if who was doing it before Virtual Riot, but I stole it from Virtual Riot. Lucino, yeah, working on this in Phase Plant, just a bass with injected noise. Or now I've turned off the noise, I could turn the noise on and back on as well. I could even have the noise injected into a separate place, but we won't go into that just this moment. So how do I put some motion in this sound now? So let's get a filter for one. A non-linear filter, which I've also just discovered as well in Phase Plant, is really good. It's like a normal filter, but it's got like saturated filters, like all these. Some of them sound really good. So now that is just filtering the triangle wave, as you can see, is unaffected, and it's introducing this. So if we put an LFO here, put it on sync. Oh, sounds really loud now. How can I turn that down? Don't know how to turn it down. I just turn the whole thing down. Grab this and put it on the cutoff. That doesn't sound as good as the one I made the other day, but you can see what I'm getting at. Tubular. It's very fast. Yeah, face planting is amazing. I keep going into it and playing around, and then going back to serum and using serum all the time, and then I just keep dipping back in with trying something new that I've seen, and or yeah, and it's that's working well for me. I feel like I'm slowly converting, slowly. So doesn't that just have like a really fat sound? I don't know what else to do with it right now. But yeah, the patch I made the other night was, what was last night? Was this one. It's the same, but it is a square wave, but with a tubular filter on it, that's it. And a bit of overdrive. Even without the overdrive, that's what it looks like. You can see it's going off it a bit, because look, you can see the sine wave there, the existing sine wave, but obviously the bottom of it's getting really fucked up by this. It's not. It's really weird, because this filter is changing the phase so much that it's like, if I turn the filter off, that's where. Ooh. Let's move the phase of the sync window again. That looks really weird now. It's not doing what I'm expecting it to do. Seen that? Wonder why that is. Anyway, that phase is injecting just a simple square wave into the sine wave, and then if the filter's turned on, because it's moving, it's doing this. This is after the noise injection, the injection of this other synth, so it's like filters do, they cause all these phase problems, and because we're zoomed right into this wave, that's why you can see this like mad rippling that moves with the cutoff frequency. So if we like turn these off, it should, so it doesn't move. Yeah, you can see that it just stays stationary. But it's, yeah. I like as well on Faceplant that you can have a distortion unit there, even though it's turned mixed to 0, and you can see what your summed waves look like. Also, you can do it with mix there as well. Well, look at that. That's what it looks like. That sound. So yeah, I've not had chance to make a tune with it yet. Oh, did I? No, I only had to play with it. Not really. But yeah, it does have this quality of clarity without any distortion. So I've only just begun. The things that you could do with this now, the new things I could do for making like really clear basses might be good. Do I have some release tracks? Yeah, on for drum and bass it's Next Lev, and for anything else in dubstep, Terrapastel on Spotify and stuff. Self-release mostly. Reason Rack. I did see Reason Rack once at my mate's house. When he was into producing for a bit, and he showed me Reason, I was like, oh my god, this is so much quicker and easier than what I was doing. I think that made me really rethink like how long I was spending on music, like, and then Ableton came along and made it quicker again for me. Faceplan's a beast, it just takes a while to get your head around it. Yeah, I play Space Invaders. It's got Space Invaders. I haven't played it yet on there. Yeah, so what else can I do now? This is why I didn't learn this technique about injecting noise, because I think on a Virtual Riot one, the Virtual Riot one is actually the first tutorial where he does it. He just has like a spluttery saw wave, so it's just noise, saw wave. I'll put that wavetable. Oops, wavetable back in. With set to, oh, not that one, my one that's not fixed yet. Let me know if you do want this, because I'll probably fix it tonight, maybe even. Hit me up on Discord to remind me. So if I want to control the noise 100%, and it's located, let's get the mix thing so we can see what we're doing again. Mix. If we want to change, if we want our saw to sound more like, less like this and more like that. Is that too loud? Just widen the window. Oops. It's a saw that has it's just a noisy saw, which could be useful to make to give the impression of like a super saw without being a super saw. Oh yeah, unison. I forgot about unison. That's one thing I didn't do. So now if we had unison, we're going to get something. Awesome. Whoa. That sounds like it's coming out of my headphones into the room that I'm sat in. Yeah, that wire anything into anything, but still be clear. I mean, like the interface is still quite clear. I wish I had some programs to play. Like some melodies. I don't have any melodies to play. As I say, I can't do demonstrations. It's something I have to at least put a filter on it. But yeah, I don't know how useful it is adding a noise to a super saw, but the super saw thing in Faceplant is awesome. So, like you just put unison on and put one of these octaves. And that is just with the basic 4 analog shapes you can get all that sound out of it. It's amazing. Because you've also have sound generators. You have wavetable. Shall we play with wavetables just for a little bit? Chords? Frost chords. It's kind of like that. Probably not much different from Serum, but the unison is like so on Serum you can have 16, can't you? On this you have more. You have 8, it seems, but you also have, I don't know if it's 8. Yeah, it's just 8, not 8 left and right. Could be wrong. Let's just say it's 8. It defaults to smooth, but you have like hard, which is like random turned off on Serum. Oh. Oh, this sounds awesome, though. What the fuck is that? I'm assuming that's either doing octaves or fifths. I'm making music. Feels like I am. I've not yet to lay something down, but it's sounding like I could make music with just those 2 notes and could build on it. Frequency start, pitch start. That would not work well for this. We'd need to use yeah, it's just mad how that adds the unison mode, because there's so many of them. It just adds so much more just from, just from starting with a sine wave. But obviously this is wavetables now. Anyway, I was talking about injecting noise, and what I was going to finish with was doing that, injecting noise. It only has like, it's good to have in your arsenal, but like, you can't really do much with it from what I've seen, apart from making that squelch sound. I will, whenever I design sounds now on Faceplant, I will definitely, one of the things I'll try messing around with in any patch is just injecting a little bit of noise, or even injecting a bit of filtered injected square wave that has been filtered. Because, where could this lead? I don't know. Don't know yet. Let me just... Should we put a reverb on it? Oh, yeah. I wonder if we can separately output I know we can. So we're going to drag this windowed noise and its filter to a separate group, so they now output to a separate mix, like they. And the reason why I want to do that is to keep the triangle. I don't want to put the triangle through the reverb. Can you hear that? So to avoid the reverb, I'm going to put this into lane 2. Lane 2 has no reverb. Lane 1 does have reverb. So if I turn this on, how, and that goes to lane 1, which has a reverb in. It now sounds super clear. Wow. And then we're getting more into like mad sort of D&B basses there, aren't we? But that kind of have an impact. See if I wanted to do, I want to cut that tail of the reverb without changing the decay. So we still have a long decay, but somehow to like gate the reverb and make it go to 0 volume, just the reverb. How would we do that? It's gate, but instead of it, actually just put a noise gate. It does have a gate. There we go. Yeah, that easy. Threshold. Down now. Could be the start. I don't know. It's all sketches. But yeah, this is, I'm having fun with Faceplant right now. This is going well for me. It's going well. Don't know, I'm stuck again. I'm not so stuck that I'm going to stop. I'm going to add another Faceplant and try and make something I'd normally make in Serum. What should I use? I'll just try and use the patch I made yesterday. The Squelch 2-1. Load. Base window Squelch 2. Because number 1 is. It's definitely like the workflow. Definitely is in Serum. It's more about the LFOs. Like I'm always reaching for the LFOs and looking for a thing to modulate, and I should be doing that in here really, because that's how I've come up with different sounds. But I don't know what. Right, let's do that then. All right. Here's get another LFO, sync it. I wish these were already turned on to sync. Actually, that'd be handy. By default, can we do that? There's got to be a way of doing it. There's no settings in Faceplant. I wonder if there's a way of doing it. Anyway, so what else can we? I feel like I should add another oscillator for some reason. I feel like it sounds like there's only one oscillator. It kind of is only. Just it's like a sine wave, but with like a mad hat. These harmonics injected in. So let's add a new group. So that's the first group. Let's add some like really high harmonics like. What shall we do with it? Should we use another sync window? Just use this on everything now. Wavetable. Use a sync window 2. Map to this. Gonna be a bit wider. The only trouble is now we're not getting, because of putting a separate group, we're not getting this mix thing. How do I get both? It's probably not a way of doing it. I want to get both groups into a mix so I can see the waveform, but I think I'm going out of my bounds. Okay, we don't need to see it. Let's listen. Let's just use our ears. Filter. Why is that not? Oh. Metallic. Let's do a reverb. Send that new bit to lane 2 and put a reverb on it. Short one, really short one. Oh no, baby crane. Is she gonna go quiet? Let's assign this LFO to the mix. Loads of other mad effects on here. Bit crush. Bit crush is a good one, isn't it? I want to do like a really badass foghorn, but whenever I've tried it in Phase Plant, it's not worked out for me. Let's just put the way these effects lanes work in Phase Plant is one goes into another. So lane 2 goes into lane 3. 1 to 2, and then output of 2 goes to lane 3, and output of lane 3 goes to the master. So you can mix them in as well. Different mounts. So will this sound exactly the same over here? Because, I need to output lane 1 to the master so that it doesn't go through the reverb. Like that. Oh, there we go, sounds totally different. That's what I wanted. But anyway, I don't know if that's usable sound. I want to make a foghorn. that's not foghorn, is it? Foghorn. I should probably watch this foghorn tutorial, because what do we want it to do? We just want it to sound like a door opening. Is that what we want? I don't think we'll be using our noise inserter for that. For this, I think we just want like an FM, like a. How do we even synthesize and get into the anatomy of a door creaking? You gotta think about hinges and metal. Is it quicker doing it that way, or trial and error? Let's try and do it how I'd do it in Serum. So, first thing we do is get an LFO and map the pitch. I find it very distracting, phase plant, that it just insists on showing you the when no note has been played. It shows you it constantly modulating. Just stare at it. It's like I'm now hypnotized. Trial and error. Here we go. Okay, so I think we're off to a good start. We don't need to sync it, but in fact. No, let's not sync it. Let's just have it play once. I'm going to start FMing things now, but it's probably going to sound terrible because it's pitched, unless they all pitch. So on Serum, what you do... Oh no, wait, I can do this. No. Right, so instead of having this LFO modulate this individual oscillator's pitch, you can do it to the master pitch, which is what I always do on Serum, because you want everything moving in together when you do FM, otherwise it will just automatically sound awful. So let's get another sine wave and modulate the... See, I've seen things that really confuse me, right, on tutorials, advanced Serum tutorials, that say the proper FM modulation doesn't modulate the pitch or the harmonics, it modulates the phase, which is this. It's kind of the same thing, but whoa, sounds like a voice. It's talking to me. There's someone trapped inside the computer, made of pure math. Are they just trying to help me? Oh no, they're just trying to... Oh. It's not what I expected. So let's hear what it's like if I modulate the pitch like you would do in Serum. Sounds different, doesn't it? But why? I want to know why. And which one sounds better? I think maybe altering the phase sounds better. Let's try harmonics. Phase again. Right, we'll go back to phase. Sounds softer. Let's try now with the modulator turn. See that last bit there? Right, I'm gonna have to like disappear for a few minutes and sort my baby out. Just go on my Discord. See us all on there, but no, I'll be back in like less than 5 minutes hopefully. So 1 second. Hello again. Inactivity detected. Oh. Okay, we're good. Where was I? Trying to make a foghorn. Foghorns don't sound like that, do they? Like real foghorns. They're just kind of like a long honk. Maybe it would be one of those that starts out wanting to be something and just becomes something else. Maybe that's what I should do, is 0 or turn off this LFO and just the pitch LFO and just focus on making something that sounds good with FM. So see this star here, you can modulate, so this oscillator is already modulating this, the one sine wave modulating another, the most basic sort of frequency modulation, but you can modulate the amount with this by routing to this yellow thing underneath it. Oh yeah, and it does that. Wait, how do you do it again? I've forgotten how you do it. Oh, there we go. Yeah. So that's no offset. Is that what it's called? Offset modulation. But now you can hear that envelope is now changing the amount. From something to 0. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, there we go. So let's go a bit higher. Sounds like glass. Don't know why. Turn the pitch rod back on. Pitch, master pitch, modulator, alpha. Big swings. No, turn it off again. What else can we add to the sound to make it sound like a door? Trial and error. Oh, that sounds better without unison. Unison was accidentally turned on there. Almost any other wave than sound wave and sine wave. Sounds terrible in FM. Insidious discrepancy. Discrepa. Follow me, thank you. Well, should we put some reverb on it? I don't usually do that at this early. positive. So if we've changed it to a positive negative from a positive, so it only adds pitch. So I want it to start at, I want the middle to be the 0. So that'll be just flat now. I want it to go down. Not that fast. What other harmonics could I have in here? I wonder. Shall I try and duplicate this group and just do everything? Oh, an octave higher. Is that distorted? Where? In the clipper. Just do a bit, do it a we don't want that coming from there, do we? No. We want it coming from this one. I have no clue what I'm doing. What else can we add? Door. It's a door, so it goes creak. Just mess around now. Add the frequency shifter. What if it creates, yeah, just a bit more grunt to it, like a saw wave, right? Let's try that. Put output to lane 2. Filter. distortion. Oops. Something is not responding. Let's turn this back up again. It's a bit quiet. Yeah, my mouse feels very slow right now. Is it this? Is it faceplant? I don't think it eats up that much. Let's go. I know this won't make it a bloody hell. It's that time of night, 1 a.m. This won't make it a foghorn anymore. But let's LFO. Let's start level. Start doing the levels. Yeah. Plus minus. Sync. Do you know what? I think this is the journey. I think you have to master serum, because once you work that way with LFOs with serum and you apply that to the LFOs on faceplant, you start getting those same sort of results. Good. So that's why I love serum, because it kind of makes that so easy to do, whereas this is a bit more. I don't know if there's more steps or just the root, because you can do so much more routing. The routing is a bit harder to do on this, but right, baby crying again. I'll have to go. If I don't come back, you'll know why. Hello. Very big reverb in it. See how this flashing stuff, it's like really distracting. I don't know if there's a way to turn it off. I don't think there is. Like when there's no note playing, it could just pause just for a minute, that'd be nice. So let's try and talk about what I want to do. I want to there was something I wanted to change. Oh yeah, I wanted to try and tune it a bit better. That doesn't really add anything, that group. Yeah, just mute it if it doesn't add anything. Yeah, so I'll mute that group as well and just have the original. Let's see if we can. Route this oscillator, this LFO to this level.